Hey everyone, it is Mark from On the Wrong Lead, and today we're going to do another of our Fast 5 videos for handicapping on an off track. With off tracks, this is a time where I as a handicapper have always historically felt I had a bit of an edge, and in handicapping we always want to play when we have an edge. Off tracks, I feel that I have a really good feel for what's going to happen and why it's going to happen, and I'm going to pass along some of those things that I look for on these types of days that will help make you a better handicapper. So we're going to look at June 22nd at Mountaineer. This is a claiming 4,000 for non-winners of one this year. Pretty low-end race at a mile at Mountaineer. You're going to see the Bears par in this race is only at 52, so we're not talking about like a super high-end race here, but I highlighted this race for a couple of reasons. This happened last night, and I was able to find a just absolutely ice-cold single in this race. So the first thing that I do when I'm looking at off-track handicapping is I'm looking for a horse's previous form on an off-track that always trumps everything else. So if I look at a horse like this one horse, has had 4 tries on an off-track, has never won, and only finished second once out of those 4 tries. So that is not going to be the type of horse that I'm looking for. I want to see a horse that has shown some propensity to win on the off track. I'll also show you something else with this one horse. If we go back here to this start on the 4th of January, we can see the horse only ran a 39 Beyer. The par today is a 52. We're assuming the horse is going to have to run 52 right around there to win this race. So if that horse is showing that in this pattern it runs much slower on an off track, definitely not something we want to be picking out. We want horses that run fairly consistently on off track, or even maybe run better on an off track. And the reason I picked this race is this was actually a really easy single horse for me. This 3, Last Confession here. If you look at this horse, first thing you're going to notice is the horse is 10 of 15 on an off track. That's an absolutely phenomenal statistic. Another thing you're going to note here with this horse is at Mountaineer. Every win this horse is 10 of 20 at Mountaineer. Likes the track as well, and a lot of those wins on an off track are going to be ones that happen at Mountaineer. So then let's loop back and see some of the form this horse running at Mountaineer. Look back here to this 1st of December race, sloppy track, ran a 68. That is, I only have the last 10 races shown. That's the fastest Bears speed figure with a win at this track. So a lot of things to like here. It looks like this horse is one that kind of runs in those 50 to low 60 range, but pops that 68 on an off track. That's a really, really good sign. Some other things in here that I definitely want to have when I'm handicapping for an off track. I want to have, besides that is just form over the off going, other things I want to really look for are going to be horses that have early speed. You're going to notice here on the time form pace fake that this horse has an early that's a 97. The reason we like early speed on an off going, you want a horse that's out in front and not getting mud kicked in its face. Horses do not like to pass other horses when they're getting mud kicked in their face. So early speed is a big bonus on an off track. Another way to figure out that early speed, you can simply here look at this horse and see that on some of these off-going tracks, second by 4, second by 6, look like there's a speed ball in that race, seems to be early positionally placed on off-going. And the other way would be if you are an Optix player. This horse hasn't run a mile in a while, so you're not going to see anything on the surf distance. But if we look over here on the standard plot, we're going to notice a big square here, a lot of velocity, pretty much forwardly placed. Maybe kind of second. The 7 might go out here and get the lead. Horse will be able to kind of sit that outside stalking trip. And the third thing that I will look for on handicapping for an off track is I look for what are called Wet Tomlinson's numbers. Wet Tommies, as I often refer to them, are this number that you will see on the form right here. A number over 400 will often mean that a horse has a propensity for running well on an off track. Now you're going to notice my 3 is only a 366, but as I said before, that prior form of having been successful on an off track is going to trump the big wet Tommy number. And wet Tommies are always going to be third in that order for me. But a couple things to note, you also want to take into consideration with handicapping for an off track. If you're somebody that's picking apart speed figures, be a little bit more open. Open your range up a little. Horses oftentimes can improve quite a lot on an off track if they handle the surface. So a horse with big wet Tommies that wasn't necessarily competitive will oftentimes move up quite a lot and is a horse you want to include. So, in conclusion, 3 things that I'm looking for: prior form on the offgoing first, pace. We want a forwardly placed horse that's not getting that kickback second, and third, we're looking for wet Tomlinsons if we don't have anything else to guide us. We don't have any prior form to look at. This 3 last confession, by the way, went off at 2-1, won by about 10 lengths going away. Really kind of was geared down, really easy trip, and was a very easy single for me to start off the pick 5. If you like this type of content, like and subscribe to our channel. We do this for fun, and a little bit of the thumbs up definitely is a big thing for us. It kind of keeps us going. So until next time, good luck at the races.